welcome back to the channel. Today we're going over my MagSorc build. But before we get into the gear, I did want to cover a couple things. I know in the preview video and the gameplay of me running this, I was running around solo and doing a little Zerg surfing also in that video. This build is fine for doing that. However, it is actually optimized for group comp play, where you have a dedicated team of people running very specific roles. One of the things we're going to be doing on this channel is we are going to be going and building an actual group comp build with a series of different characters and setting up for MagSorc with the changes to like heals only affecting group members and different things like that that Zoss is proposing to change in the game. So this is the first build video kind of stepping in that direction. So let's go ahead and get right into the gear. On our main attack bar, we're going to be starting out with the Black Rose Lightning Staff. We're going to run it in sharpened with the increased damage enchantment. The dot on this is crazy good for what we're doing. If you can farm out a perfected version, that's going to add extra bonus of penetration to the build, increasing your damage even further. I just have not been lucky enough to get that done yet. We're going to be back barring Clever Alchemist, running an Inferno Staff because that's what we're going to use to alt drop on before we swap bars. I would actually suggest you running this in defending with a shot glyph. Balrogs is the monster set we're going with. Currently I have my chest and head in heavy. Again, I was running more solo. For group play, I do have light for both of that, so I would be in all light with perfect group comp, good healers. I have 3 pieces of divines currently, the rest in impenetrable, and of course, this being a bomb build, we're running vicious death. And go ahead and have 2 pieces with the Tristat enchant to get that extra boost to your stamina and to your health. It really helps the survivability of this build. I'm running 2 infused on the jewelry with spell damage. I liked having a little bit of extra resource, so I'm not running all 3 infused. For our food, we are using the Bewitched Sugar Skulls. We really need the extra stats to stamina and the health. It really helps. Getting that extra bit of health recovery is really good for our survivability as well. We're amping up the penetration and running the Lover for our Mundus. We are a Dark Elf on the build. As much fighting in Zergs as we're doing, the little bit of extra stamina does help us to stay mobile, not get locked down because we're able to break free. The little bit of extra resistance is nice, but getting that extra damage is great for a bomb build. So for our skills on our attack bar, we're going to start out with Bound Aegis. Getting the extra magic increase is really good on the build, helps the damage. If things stay the way they are in PTS currently, that spell resistance buff for Minor Resolve is going to go up from 13 to 2900 resistance. so that's gonna even further increase our survivability on this build. Inner Light, we're running that because of the max magicka increase, so again increasing our damage. Spell crit to keep our crits popping as much as possible. Now I know this seems a little unorthodox for some people that are new to these type of builds, but with Camo Hunter currently, the only reason why this is on here is because we're doing so much AoE damage that we are going to constantly be proccing the Minor Berserk, and that 8% increase to our damage is well worth it at this point in time. Storm Pulse to activate our Black Rose staff. It's really good damage. It has that 10% drop to their max health with the Minor Mangle, and that really helps with being able to close out kills in the group. Streak, it's OP. It does decent damage and has the instantaneous stun with it. It can't be blocked. Makes our character highly mobile. It's phenomenal. Now, on our front bar, we are running Suppression Field for our Aldi. This is a great thing to have for defensive situations when we need it, but having that extra Sorcerer skill on our front bar also gives us that percentage increase to our damage. From our Expert Mage passive. So it's going to increase our weapon and spell damage by 2% for every Sorcerer ability we have slotted. Okay, you guys, for the back bar, we're starting with Eye of Flame, the Destro Aldi. The way this works is we're having our Clever Alchemist on our back bar. We're able to proc our potion on that bar, start off by proccing the Destro alt, and then immediately bar swapping. That way we still get the flame damage to do extra damage to vampires and guys that are weak to flame, but we still are having all of our attacks go off on our lightning bar, which gives us the extra 8% damage to our AoEs. Race Against Time, it's great thing to proc is part of our buff into our attack, but it's also there to keep us extremely mobile when we're on the defensive, to basically make sure that we're getting the immunity to our stuns and we're not getting locked down. Hardened Ward is there, give us it's going to be pretty small shield in Cyrodiil, but the extra protection when we need it to give our healers the chance to heal us and not die. Now, I run this only when I'm soloing, and I don't have a dedicated team healing and feeding me resources. When you have that, you're actually going to want to run Equilibrium in its place. Now, the reason why this is going to be on the bar, it's nice to keep the little bit of extra max and the extra regen for it being Mage's Guild ability, but when we use this, it's going to be dropping our health. So yes, we are getting a little bit of magicka out of it, but what we're really doing is we're giving a chance for our healers that are running sets like Transmutation that will only proc on us when we get a heal, not just because a dot's on us. We actually have to take a heal to our health, and it's a way that is part of your buff rotation. You can cast this a couple times and then pick up the buffs off of healers' sets before you engage into the battle. So it's a really big part of your group comp to be able to have this and to proc that stuff going into the fight. Critical Surge, of course, the heal off of it is what it's all about. There's other ways to get the 20% from major sorcery, but with the Sorc, getting that heal every second with as much AoEs as we're doing and our crit rating, we're going to be getting that heal every second. Of course, you can't have a proper VD bomb without the proxy. Alright, for our champion points, we're going 56 into Warlord, 21 into Sprinter. Again, mobility's a huge thing on this build. It's one of the reasons why our food and our stats have as much stamina as we do in it. 32 into Tenacity, 56 into Arcanist, 49 into Healthy, 56 into Tumbling, 56 into Elfborn, 64 into Elemental Expert, 47 into Spell Erosion, 72 into Master of Arms, and 31 into Thaumaturge. 56 into Ironclad, 14 into Spell Shield, 51 into Resistant, 14 into Light Armor Focus, 49 into Hardy and Elemental Defender, and 37 into Quick Recovery.